Hi viewers. Today I will talk about Google Scholar. Google Scholar is actually a search engine that indexes scholarly articles across various journals and other formats. And we researchers and other academicians can make use of this Google Scholar for carrying out our research purpose, for assisting our searches for related articles or in carrying out literature reviews. So we will be going through many sites, many blogs and all to make a review of literature and also to make some references. So it is really good to use Google Scholar in an effective manner so that it will help in carrying out the research works easily. So I will show you some tips of making optimized search in Google Scholar. So let us open the Google Scholar. So at first let me say that I wish to open Google Scholar in an incognito mode. As we know, in the other way, the browser will have some saved cache memory and also some cookies and all saved. So it will prioritize the earlier saved items. So it's better to have an incognito tab, okay, incognito window for carrying out Google Scholar searches because it will give you some fresh updates. Okay, so let us go to the site. You just type scholar.google.com. So that's the URL address scholar.google.com and we will be taken to this Google Scholar page. So you can see it here. So using your Google account, you can sign into your Google Scholar. So you just sign in using, if you have a Google account, it will be very easy for you. That it just takes a few minutes to sign into our Google Scholar. So the first time you may sign up using the same Google account, giving your mail ID and your password and also some other details regarding your field of study and research interest. Okay, so as I have already signed in, it's really easy for me to sign in again. So I just sign in by giving my email ID and password, and also I am taken to a verification step. So let me verify it. Okay, so it gets verified and now we will enter to the Google Scholar page. So now you see this page, the Google Scholar appears like this. Okay, so here you can see the profile of my picture as I have already signed in now. Okay, to the Google Vidwan, yeah, Google Scholar. So this shows that I'm in my account. Okay, so you can see my profile. Okay, here there's an item like that, my profile. So let me change to English at first. Okay. From Hindi to English. SH. Okay, so now you see my profile is given here. So if you have already created a profile, if you have entered your details, and if you have some published papers in your journals, you can see it here in this Google Scholar page. You can see some of my papers being published in some journals have been listed here in my account. Okay, so that's one function or one feature of Google Scholar. Now we are going to see how to search items for our research work. So just now I'm going to search something about, I'm going to have a study on language anxiety. Okay, second language learning and language anxiety. So I'm going to see some items related to it. So when our keywords are appropriate, or if we are using the proper keywords, then it will make the smart search. Okay, so you have to provide proper keywords to make such a smart searching. So I'm going to give here second language. Okay, just I'm giving here now second language learning. Okay, second language learning. You see second language learning. So a lot of papers about are being listed here. You see about 38,000. Okay, 38 lakh. Okay, more than 38 lakh papers are listed here. So some of these papers are having only metadata available, but some are with PDF also. So when I just touch it, I can open the PDF and I can download it. So here you see many pages are being listed here. So you can have a lot of papers from here, but just I have given the word second language learning. When I just search this word, there is a lot of papers being presented here. So it's my need to make my search more good, or I have to optimize my search. So I'm going to have a Boolean searching. So I request, or I suggest you to make use of Boolean searching in Google Scholar. As you know, Boolean search means making use of Boolean operators, like for example using the connectors and or not. Okay, so by using these connectors, it will make your search more appropriate. So like that you can search. So I have just used language and anxiety. I have given some double commas also there, language and anxiety. Okay, and I'm going to search here. You see, now I have so many other results here. So it's related to foreign language classroom anxiety, investigating language class anxiety, language anxiety, like that. So now we have to see which is more appropriate to our paper. Okay, so you see, going to see language anxiety, differentiating writing and speaking contents, foreign language reading anxiety, factors associated with foreign language writing anxiety, like that. So I'm going to make my search more good by creating English language and anxiety. Okay, English language and anxiety. English language and anxiety. So again, I'm going to search. Okay, now I have a few results here. Okay, only 21,900. So before that, I have a lakhs number of lakhs number. Okay, now I have only a limited number, and investigation into the causes of English language learning and anxiety in students. Okay, in a certain place. Then self-efficacy, anxiety and performance in English language among middle school students into the classroom. English as a second language students and English language anxiety issues in the mainstream classroom. Like that, you have a lot of articles. Now it's better to see how many of these papers have been cited by others. Okay, you see the first one, it's cited by 64, the other one by 138, the other by 135. Here I have one item cited by 466. So I'm going to see these all things: English as language students, English as a second language students, and English language anxiety issues into the mainstream classroom. So I'm going to see those cited by 466. So by just pressing that cited by 466, I will be in search with the citing articles. Linguistically responsive teacher education, preparing classroom teachers to teach English language learners, like that. So if you want to make a search within these cited articles, you can search like that. You just put a tick mark in this box and you can just give a keyword. For example, I'm going to use a keyword Kerala. Okay, so I'm going to use a keyword Kerala, means I want to search within the cited articles. You see, I have only one article from the list, only one result: the study of academic anxiety in relation to self-discourse, self-efficacy and parental support of secondary school students. So it's really easy for me to get into this particular study by making a correct method of search. So that is why I told you that optimization, the search optimization is very much needed for carrying search in our Google Scholar. Okay, so now you see a study of anxiety, academic anxiety in relation to self-disclosure. So I think that this is indeed helpful for my study. So I want to save it for future use. Okay, so how can you use it? Sometimes we will be going through so many sites, we will be reading so many things, and but we will lose in between. So it's better, if you want a particular article, particular book that you have read or you come across in this Google Scholar, you just give a tick mark or you just press on that star button. You can see here a star button. You just give a small tick so that it turns blue. It means it has made your favorite or it's been added to your library. So that is another feature of Google Scholar. It means you can add your things in your library. You see, this is a paper, a study of academic anxiety in relation to self-disclosure, self-efficacy and parental support. Okay, so now I will show you how it gets added. My library, see my library, a study of academic anxiety in relation to self-disclosure. Like this, you can maintain a library in the Google Scholar that will really be beneficial for you afterwards, because you will be going through many articles, but all those data will not be sometimes get misplaced, and you may not be able to make use of your data if it's not stored effectively. So by storing all those data which are necessary for your research work here in this Google Scholar library, it will help you in making use of it appropriately, and also it helps in giving proper citation. You see here you have one icon here. By just clicking on that site, you will get the different formats of citation. So whatever you need, you just copy from there and you can paste it in your paper as wanted. Okay, that is one another benefit. Now there is one another option here in our Google Scholar, that is regarding advanced search. So I will show you that regarding advanced search. So let us see this advanced search option once. Just go to this option, click on it, and you will see the pop-up window with advanced search. You just click on it, advanced search. So I'm going to search like this with all the words second language learning with the exact phrase. Okay, with the exact phrase SLA, and with at least one of the words evocation approach. As you need, as you want to make your search more perfect, you can give some details, and then you can give a search. So it will take you to some other searches. Okay, the social turn in second language acquisition, generative approach to SLA. You see the term SLA, language learning in mind body world socio-cognitive approach to language acquisition, like that. It will be displayed, and also it will be more useful if you go to the related articles. For perhaps this one, the social turn in second language acquisition is related to your work, your research work. You can just go to related articles, so you can see many other articles related to that particular item. So it gives you a direct route towards the particular thing you are searching for on discourse communication and fundamental concepts in SLA research, mind in society. So likewise, the searches can be made easy using advanced search. And one another feature I will show you is that here you have one metrics option. So by just clicking on the metrics option, the list of the top journals will be displayed. Okay, list of the top journals will get displayed. So according to the field of your study or field of your interest, you can see which is the most recommended or the most rated journal. So just click on that categories, and you see many categories given: business, economics and management, chemical and material sciences. So I'm just going search for the category humanities, literature and arts. So I just selected it. So I will get a list of journals, okay, top rated journals under this category: humanities, literature and arts. For example, digital journalism with H5 index 51. Okay, it shows the top rated journals in Google Scholar. So likewise, these list of journals will be given here. So just from here, I'm going to take the language learning, which is more appropriate, one journal by its name, which is more appropriate to my study. So I'm going to take it, just copied it, and going back to the Google Scholar to make an advanced search with this journal. So just go and paste it in the advanced search option. Okay, coming back to Google Scholar. Now you have the advanced search option here. So I want to search in related articles, search something, second language acquisition, isn't it? Second language learning. Okay, second language learning related articles in one of the top rated journal, and its journal name I'm going to paste here, language learning journal. Okay, return articles published in language learning. And if you have some authors, the name of some specific authors, you can mention their names here, so that it will be displayed to you. Then giving advanced search option. So you see, these all articles have been published in the particular journal language learning. You see here language learning. Okay, R.C. Gartner language learning, like that. All these articles have been published in this top rated journal language learning, and all with the second language learning, like that. We can optimize our searches, or we can become more smart in making carrying out our searches in this Google Scholar. So it's really easy for us to make use of Google Scholar in our research books, as it gives a direct route towards the keywords and also helps in saving and making easy references from the library, okay, by saving the files that we are in need of. So I hope this is useful to you. Thank you.